Hello everybody. Hello everybody, Martin here, back with the last round of this Legacy League, playing Ad Nauseam Tendrils. We're on the play, and we get this hand. And this hand is pretty neat. So we're going to keep this for sure. Not really. I might want to hang on to the probe for an Empty the Warrens play on turn 2. So I think I'm just going to go Volcanic Ponder. Like if Volcanic was Underground Sea, I'd probably fetch Island with the Misty to sort of be wasteland proof, but it's not the case. And they keep 7. So by doing Volcanic Ponder, we're also like a number of decks right here. Alright, well, we definitely want the Dark Ritual. I think I'm okay drawing top instead of Dark Ritual here, but I'm not sure. So let's see what we're up against. Uh-oh. Contaction probe. Let's hope it's not the mirror, I guess. Like, a therapy here would be annoying, but not devastating. Because, like, yeah, they can't 2-for-1 us, and if they take the tutor, we have a lot of digging power. Okay, so they pass? Or what? Yeah, okay, they pass. So I don't think I want the next card. We're gonna fetch. Okay, we're gonna see what we're up against. Okay. Double force. Okay, so the mirror, brainstorm, double pyromancer, double strand. Let's ponder here, and then if nothing else, just play top. So I guess we want a duress eventually. Would much rather have it be therapy, but I think I'm okay drawing the duress next turn, drawing the ponder. No. We'll play top. If they force here, then we're just over the moon. They really are not supposed to, I don't think. Wait, did they know about metal? I don't think they did. Yeah. Okay, well they don't, so. I wonder if they deploy a pyromancer here. That means they don't have brainstorm up. So yeah, I guess they're just wanting to off to the races. Pyromancer also means that, like, what I'm thinking, MT is sort of like less of a thing. Alright, so we're gonna ponder first. Oh, neat. hang on. I think we actually take the petal here. Then that way we can, like if they therapy us, they can't 2-for-1 us with the Dark Ritual, and they can't take the duress to save their force. So yeah, so next turn we'll draw Dark Ritual and then draw with the top to draw the duress. So yeah, duress them now, and we will take a Force of Will. Actually, hang on. Maybe we're supposed to play a petal here. Play around a daze. Yeah, we are. Alright. Let's duress. I suppose if I'd placed a duress on top, we could have actually gone for it here with empty. Because, like, yeah, we could have taken the second Force of Will too. But next turn we get to just regular kill them. Whoa, hang on. Force of Will, pitching Force of Will. So they, like, the only thing that for this to make sense is if they have drawn the third Force of Will, but why on earth would they waste 2 and I could only take 1? Unless they think they really need that brainstorm. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. We're going to bank on them not having drawn a third Force of Will. So we are going to cast Dark Ritual off the petal. And if they have drawn Daze, they will daze it. Then play the second petal, we'll draw with top, and we have a second Dark Ritual on top of our library. And we can probably kill them with Tendrils, I think. Well, we can, because they are very close to being dead. So we'll have 3, 4, 7, 6, 5. Okay, so they did not daze. If they have third Force, then I'll be like so tilted. Let's draw that Dark Ritual. Yeah, so we don't need to sack LED. Come on, bro. Don't be that guy. No. Oh, I'm so tilting. Oh. Jeez Louise. What a life. Okay, well, their last cards are Pyromancer and Flutterstrand. So while I try to recover mentally from this just happening, they'll just probably draw a Wasteland for good measure, I guess. Facing a pretty nasty clock anyways, so the top of our library is Duress. We need to see like Tutor and a Ritual. If we see that like as the remaining 2 cards, then that's a thing. I'm seriously like pretty close to vomiting in my mouth right now, just from that third force of will. I even think I said that that might be what they had, but just still, like, why would you then force pitching force? Your hand is trip forces and a brainstorm, and your opponent casts duress. I guess you do that because you want to just psych them out into making a mistake like I just did. So Past in Flames is also a card we want to see here. Past in Flames. Oh, awesome. Beautiful. We even get to play through a daze. Do they have 2 cards we don't know? Yeah, whatever. I am done. I am done playing around shit. They might have their one of Vendilion clique, I guess, but that won't help them though. Come on. Have your 4th force of will. Why don't ya? Okay, so we got lucky there. So we sack the LED for black. We're just gonna run out the duress here just to be certain that there are no shenanigansy like cards hiding their hand. So they daze. Yeah, alright. I'll pay. Because, like, 3 Dark Rituals and the Tutor, we still even have, like, an extra mana to spare after paying for this. Alright, so they had nothing. So, but that's a good thing about playing this Grixis deck with, like, all these probes, and, well, I guess Force of Will is not exclusive to that deck, but like 14 life. So we can just get the tendrils. Easy does. Alright, so, I mean, we had a few outs, but, like, not that many. Past in Flames made it so we only needed 1 card. Our remaining outs were, like, that those 2 cards we didn't know would be, like, a ritual and a tutor. But, yeah, this works. Alright, sideboarding time. I like the carpet of flowers here. Sorry, like the carpet. Like a couple of tendrils. Maybe just 1 more tendrils, actually. Like to dump the Ad Nauseam and a Chromox. And probably the Sensei's Top. I mean, it's a pretty awesome card, but we're up against fast clocks like a lot of the time here. I also, like, whenever I don't show them empty game 1, it feels a little bit better. Excuse me. Though, like, I think by now most, if not all, like, storm lists run Empty the Warrens out of the sideboard. So any opponent with, like, the finger on, like, with their bearings and legacy will sort of know that they should be expecting empty. So they'll have, like, this is Grixis, they'll have like a Singleton Electrickery or something like that. But there's just something mental, like a mental thing. If you've seen the game 1, I think you're more likely to, or it'll be on your radar for sure. But if you don't see game 1, maybe you can sort of talk yourself into that not being a necessary, sideboard strategy for you to employ. Well, the old Grixis Delver. I like having several tendrils against them because, as you saw in game 1 here, they have a tendency to sort of drop to low life. And they're like, there's a pretty decent chance of you being like able to get them with the mini tendrils. This is a hand sadly I feel like I probably have to mulligan. We're on one fetch land, one land, and we're super vulnerable to probe therapy. And like, we have to fetch Underground Sea because we want to be able to cast cantrips if we draw them, but we also want to be able to like be dressing them, and yeah, I don't know, I don't like that, so let's move in. Yeah, we'll keep this. It's a pretty nice hand. We get to fetch basic swamp with the delta. Not sure if we want this second LED. Actually, yeah, why not? We might get to do something cute like Ponder showing us Empty Thorns. Then just going forward with the LED. I think we just Ponder here. I think we do that. Yeah, this is fine to keep. I think we want the Brainstorm the most, so let's just take the Duress and Brainstorm next turn. We can probe into the Petal, Brainstorm one card deeper, that kind of thing. And then I guess Therapy. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm so tired. It's like way too late. I should have been sleeping like hours ago. I gotta get up, go to work tomorrow, but I just got gripped by wanting to play. Okay, so Young Pyromancer, do they have the probe to follow it up? They do not. I think we want to probe here though. So the hope is that they only have one counterspell. They don't. They have a whole bunch. They have Daze, they have Force, they have Pierce, they have Brainstorm, they have Engineered Explosives. Okay. Oops. I clicked from my main face. That was a mistake. Luckily I have a second one. So let's Brainstorm here. I hope they don't Daze, obviously. But I guess if they do, it's not the end of the world. If they Daze, we can... I think we still want to pay. I was gonna say we could like not pay and then get a free sort of therapy or duress off. But as it is, let's pay for that Daze. So what would be really beautiful would be if we were to see empty the warrens here. Because then we could, like, oh yeah, no, actually, no, we would also need to see a program for that to work. Are they actually considering forcing this? That would just be insane. Well, that was pretty good. So I guess I can wait a turn. I guess the problem is we need every card in this hand, right? Or do we? So let's say we put back, we'll get to draw one of these cards on our next draw step. So let's see, we need 4 mana for initial mana because we need to first cast Duress. They will pierce that, I guess. Then that gets pierced, we then therapy. Oh gosh, I don't know. I think we were sort of almost there, but not quite. Alright, so let's put back LED and the fetch land. We'll draw the fetch land. I think they were also supposed to play out their engineered explosives, by the way. That's not doing anything in their hand, and I can discard it. Alright, so they brainstorm, sure. Kind of okay with them doing that now. I guess, I'd prefer that to be like a spell cast on my turn for the storm count, but it means that, like, Duress is less likely to get mucked up by, yeah. So if they have brainstormed into like another piece of interaction, then that's kind of bad. Alright, let's start with the therapy, because if that gets pierced, then I think Duress has more value in the dark. Or does it? Like, if Duress gets pierced, then we therapy naming force. And if they happen to have drawn like 2 forces, then a blue card. Yeah, I think that's actually the correct thing to do. So let's Duress. So this is interesting, right? They are actually at an effective 16 life. Okay. So is this one of their old ploys where they have drawn a second force? I mean, probably. They probably have a second force. let's try and therapy now. This is all but going to ensure that they pierce here. I mean, if they don't, I don't know what's going on. So their last two cards would have to be Force and a blue card. Or I guess Daze also works. Daze gets us here. Yeah, Daze is a nasty card here. Alright, well, let's see if they drew Daze or the second Force. Well, not Daze then. What's the hold up, bub? Did you draw that Force plus blue card? Let's have a look. Sack for red. We have lethal tendrils here if this resolves. It doesn't, because of course they drew Brainstorm and another Force of Will off their Brainstorm. Okay, so that leaves us dead, and we'll go to the last game. So was there a way I could have played that more cleverly? Like if I had paid for the Pierce, like deployed the pedal and then paid for the Pierce on that duress? Well, probably they wouldn't have pierced in that case. And then like waited a turn. Okay, yeah, this works. Gonna go turn one Carpet of Flowers. It's always, I think, a little bit better to have Carpet of Flowers on the draw. Well, no, that's incorrect. I was gonna say it's better to have it on the draw. That's probably not true, but it feels better when like when they don't see it coming, because now they can choose to sort of not play out their. They can just play a fetch land, say go, whereas they might have, they wouldn't have thought about that. And they're thinking, let's just say no. We're not going to trigger it because they have no lands. So that resolved. Deathright? Yeah. Let's. Yeah, well, let's do that. I'm going to trigger this for blue. And we are going to Brainstorm. I assume this will resolve because Daze won't hurt it. So they have shown a proclivity for having copious amounts of discard spells against us, so we normally probably just put back 2 discard spells here and think that's enough, to have to, but with the carpet as well, we're quite a bit of mana. Okay, so interesting hand here. We've got the Brainstorm, we've got the Double Force, got the Bulk, and we've got a Therapy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A Young Parliamentary, that's what I'm missing. So, like, the Therapy is going to be nuts against this later. Not for now, unless they draw into Probe. So what we could do here is take the Brainstorm, then Therapy them, taking both forces, and then, like, save the Duress, probably. Yeah, I guess I kind of like that plan. This gives them food for the Pyromancer. So actually that means we will lose our Duress. But I guess I don't really mind that. We're going to be playing out our LED here. Alternatively, we just Duress here and take their Therapy. Leave them with Double Force. But then if they draw a blue card, they can force blue card, and then the force, and we have to worry about that. So I think, like, this effectively accomplishes the same. Just leaves them with no Force of Wills. Because the Duress is going to trade with the Therapy anyways. This way we're just guaranteed to get both Force of Wills. Any day now, my good man. Okay, Force of Will. We play out the LED. Like, we randomly get burned on this if they draw their engineered explosives, but as soon as they get Young Pyromancer going, engineered explosives kind of sucks a bit for them. There's the Bulk. Yep. Oops. So, guessing everything is going to be played now that I know they'll be stuck with one card I don't know. Yeah. Therapy. So, like, we need to start hitting stuff like, we'll have 3 lands plus 2 mana from the carpet, plus, so that's 5, plus the 3 from the LED, so that's 8. So, like, if we were to hit a tutor, we could go, like, ad nauseum. Oh no, wait, we can't, because it's not in my deck. Ooh. They might as well just flash back this Therapy now, I think. Unless, like, they're holding a land. If they're holding a land, it's better to save it. Yep, just take my Duress. And for some reason they are not passing priority on their second main phase. I don't know if they have engineered explosives and that's the card they drew and they're thinking about playing it, but not really sure what else this could be. Okay, we have drawn an insane amount of mana this game, or not mana, discard I mean. So we just have to pass back. This is annoying because now their death right is switched on. Okay, yeah. And them chaining together cantrips like this is not going to be great for us. Alright. They choose to not shuffle. I go down to 16. We draw Infernal Tutor. That's kind of nice. Don't suppose it's really enough, though, right? They're at 20 life. We have no rituals in the yard. Well, let's see what we're up against with this therapy. So there are 2 Force of Wills in the yard. I guess it could be Spell Pierce. Okay. Not my day. Let's cast this tutor now. Or wait, what do we? Get Past in Flames. Past Flames is nothing. And like 4 of our 6 discard spells are in the yard. Wow, this feels like, I don't know what this feels like. This feels like a rough time for Mr. Stormplayer here. So I guess there's a world where we draw like ritual and then tendrils and then like can tutor for another tendrils kind of thing, but we're on a short leash here. We're at an effective 1 with our fetch land. That's if they don't cast any more spells. So now we're at an effective 1 without fetching. They do not shuffle. Guess not. So Deathright drains us down to 8. They have currently 5 power, so that's down to 3. And then, yeah, drain us down to 1. So our fetch land is off limits. Oh, they're being so goddamn slow. They can't kill us because like right now, because they can't both cast an instant spell and drain us with Deathrite. But I mean, they chose not to shuffle with the Ponder, so like they might have a Bolt and just have lethal once they untap. So drain away Mr. Deathrite. I bet they've drawn the Bolt. Why else would they keep with that Ponder? Okay, no. Looking for a Bolt? I mean, if they don't find another like Underground Sea, they lost their lethal. Let's, thinning and all that. Come on, please force of will this Ponder. I would love that. So we won't trigger it here because maybe that, like us triggering it kind of indicates that we're. Yes, of course they drew a red blast. I mean, that would make sense. Because they kind of just like to draw every good card in their deck against us whenever they need to. Oh man, I am a sore little Storm player tonight. So that's it. We got our ass handed to us. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did not. No, that's not true. It was nice to play, but yeah, I think we played okay. I'll have to revisit and see if I disagree with some of my choices, except for like the round one where I punted and made like mistakes on the against Bug Delver. But other than that, I think like we did okay, but not great. I feel a little hard done by in a couple of the matches, but yeah, that happens. Anyways, I really hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll be back probably next week if I can with some more videos. And yeah, thanks a lot for watching, and you can, if you haven't already, you're welcome to click subscribe, and I'll be back with more legacy content. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.